Hello, everyone. Welcome to my first reading sprint. I'm very excited to be here. I hope you are too. And suddenly I'm having some issues with my voice, so I do apologize for that. I think what we'll do is we'll go right into the sprint. So I'm just going to see how I type in this thing. There we go. We can post a comment. And we will read till the top of the hour. Okay. Alrighty. So we will start the sprint now, or read till the top of the hour, and I will return. Okay. How did you guys go in that sprint? I'm trying to get as comfortable as I can for my first reading sprint. So I'm there. I'm currently reading New Moon. I am 356 pages in at the moment. My goal is to camera angles a bit weird, but anyway, my goal is to get through this book by the end of the day today. So we'll see how we go. I'll try and do a number of sprints with you guys. Yeah, we'll get through things. Yeah, we'll see how things go. It's my first one, so hi. If you're in the room, say hi, and I will give you a shout out. I'm going to leave the timestamps in the chat for you guys, which I think is over there. But anyway, it's somewhere. You guys can see the chat. So there you go. And yeah, so I have realized that everyone has different time zones. So the best thing I can do is say to the minute of the hour when we will be done. So the next sprint will start at 5 past. So I'm just going to set a timer. So when that timer goes off, we'll start the next sprint. But I hope you guys are having a great reading month so far. My reading month's been pretty good. Obviously, I've been reading New Moon, and it's been a bit of a struggle. For those of you who don't know, I read Twilight at the end of last month, at the end of October, and I loved it so much that I needed to read more. And the beginning of this book was kind of tough because, yeah, we have some angst going on, and I'm not really a fan of angst. Just to clarify, this is actually a reread for me. But the first time I read the Twilight series was like 10 years ago. So, I mean, I'm also reading another book, so I'll just try and get up and get it. Hopefully, without moving the camera. We will see how we go. Because we're doing so well. I've got the camera in a spot that's rather yeah, interesting. But anyway, the other book I'm reading is this one, which is, we'll go this way, City of Heavenly Fire by Cassandra Clare. This is book number 6 in the Shadowhunter series, the final book. Yesterday, most of my attention was focused on this one because it is longer than New Moon. Hello, if you're in the room, welcome. Yeah, because it's longer, so I was focused a lot more on this one. And I'm currently there, 500 pages in. So I need to catch up with this one today. If you're here, I don't know how I see the chat, so say hi. But yeah, as I say, we're going to start the next sprint soon. So yeah, we're just getting ready. I really need to set up a much better angle for my camera because that is just a horrible angle. But that's okay. Yeah, so I'm just going to keep talking, fill in the space by talking about New Moon. So yeah, it's been an interesting experience. As I said, I loved my reread of Twilight, first reread for the first time in 10 years. And obviously I did that in October, towards the end of October. I loved it so much. I needed to read more. So I didn't originally plan to have New Moon on my November TBR. And then I swapped out a book that I originally planned to read in November to put in New Moon. And yeah, was telling a lot of my friends on BookTube or whatnot that I was reading New Moon, and they're all saying, "Oh, we don't like New Moon," and yeah. So, um, so that was fine, and I started realizing why it has a lot of negative reviews because of the angst that Bella goes through. I don't want to give away spoilers, so I'm being mindful of that, but we definitely get to a point in the book where Bella finds out something. If you've read the series or watched the films, you know. So I'll talk in code. We get to a point where Bella finds out Jacob's secret, and once she finds out his secret, she's a lot less angsty, and I'm currently at the point where someone has arrived at Bella's home that hasn't been here for most of the book. So I'm very happy. If you know who that is, you know. And Bella's obviously very happy about that as well. And to talk specifically, I just got to the point where Jacob rocked up at the door. So the guest that arrived at the home was like, okay, I'm just going to go step aside while you quickly talk to him. But I love the world building in the Twilight series. It's something I didn't really appreciate when I read it 10 years ago, but I think it's fantastic that all the like the vampire stuff and the secret with Jacob, all that stuff as well. The world building has just been fantastic. But anyway, we are now at 5 past, so I will stop the countdown timer and we're going to read until 30. So let's get right into it. I will be switching off the camera and the microphone during the sprint. So I'm going to set the, ooh, my word. I'm going to set the timer for 25 minutes. Oh, well, I was going to try to, and then my tablet decided it didn't want to work. 25 minutes, and we're starting now. Oh, well, we were. It's having some issues. There we go, the timer has started. All right, so I will see you guys in 25 minutes. Okay. So that's the end of that sprint. How'd you guys do? I hope you did well. I got up to there, which is 388 pages in to this 496 page book. So still got over 100 pages to go, but I do still think I'll be able to achieve that by the end of the day. For those of you who know who have read this book, again, I'll talk in code to avoid spoilers. We're at the part, excuse me, we're at the part where Alice has had the vision, the premonition of what Edward wants to do at the Volturi place. So they're heading off to try and deal with that situation. I'm really happy about this. I'm happy that Alice is back because I just don't like angsty Bella. I just don't. So yeah, so we'll see how we go. But how did you guys go? Let me know in the comments. Jane was here during the last sprint. So hi Jane, if you're watching this back delayed, I hope you're doing well. And Jane says, hello, I can't stay for too long as I have to go out. Yeah, that's no problem at all. How do I put the comments? Oh, sorry. This is my first time doing this. Yee. That was oh my gosh, that was a reaction. Oh, now I know what to do. Okay. Hello, I can't stay long as I have to go out. Yeah, that's not a problem at all, Jane. Thank you so much for being here for my first reading sprint. Or really, I feel like it's more like a productivity sprint. You guys can really do whatever it is that you need to do during the sprint time. And so I'm going to chat with you guys for about another 2.5 minutes. Oh, no, what am I doing? Make another 2 minutes, and then when this goes off, we'll go into the next sprint. Yeah, I didn't even know what a reading sprint was a couple of weeks ago. And then I found out what they were, and I started. Have you ever heard of that terminology, bar hopping? I started sprint hopping, like seriously. I went to my first one, which was the Killing Time with Cozy's reading sprint. And that was just so much fun. And it really was helping me with my reading. So I, generally speaking, have about 12 books on my monthly TBR. So having that reading sprint was really assisting me to get through the books that I needed to read. And yeah, when that one was done, I then went on to another one and another one and another one and another one and another one, all throughout the remainder of the week. And it was just so great. It was wonderful meeting everyone. And if I've met you at another reading sprint, hello, welcome to mine. And uh, yeah, that was that. But I've been thinking for a while of starting my own reading sprints, especially because I live in Australia and the time zone is different over here. And I don't see a lot of reading sprints that occur during the Australian time zone. So I thought, why not? We'll start with this one. This is my trial and error one to see how things go, and then we'll kind of go from there. So we're about 29 minutes away from the next sprint. I don't think I want the next one to go for as long as this one did. So we will probably read for, and oh yeah, by the way, in case you're wondering, I have the timer here so that you guys can keep an eye on how much longer we have to go throughout the sprint. I mute the screen, but I will keep the camera rolling, even if I have to leave the room, so that you guys can keep an eye on that. So the time is up now. Okay. So it's about to be 35 past. So let's maybe do a 15-minute sprint. What would that take us to? That would take us to 10:02. So, oh, I think someone might be in the room. Hello, welcome. So we're going to read read or do something productive, whatever it is you want to do. We're going to do that for 15 minutes. So I'll put on the timer. Okay, and let's begin. And if you're here reading along, let me know in the comments section what you're reading and what your reading goal is. Let's begin. Okay, excuse me, how did we go during that sprint? I got up to there, which is 402 pages in out of 496 of New Moon. So less than 100 pages away. Oh, I'm very, very happy about that. How did you guys do? Let me know. So again, talking in code, so to not reveal spoilers. So that thing that Alice had the vision of that Edward was going to do at the end of New Moon, that thing has happened, and Bella has now gotten to that moment. She's at that place. So that's been an interesting read. It's I mean, this book has kind of been, very off and on. I guess with me, there have been those angsty Bella moments at the beginning that I haven't enjoyed. But for where I'm at right now, oh my gosh, like I love high action scenes. This is definitely a high action scene. So I'm very much enjoying it. And I'm less than 100 pages away, which is so, so, so good. Okay. Jane says, I'm here for now. I have to go out at 12 until 2. No problems at all, Jane. And again, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. This is my first reading sprint ever. So I'm very, 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 I'm very, very, very excited to be here with you guys. All right. Yeah, so we'll probably chat for a couple of minutes before we go back into another reading sprint. My goodness, this reading sprint's been going for nearly an hour and 10 minutes. Oh, wow. There you go. Does anyone have any recommendations for how long you'd like the next reading sprint to go for? I'm pretty open. You can let me know. Oh, hi! Great to see you. Thank you so much for being here. I think I was talking to you about the Twilight reread I was doing. Yeah, so obviously I finished Twilight last month and loved it so much that I replaced New Moon. I took out a book I had on my November TBR and replaced it with New Moon. So I just had to keep reading. And that wasn't the original plan either. So yeah, very, very happy to keep going. And thank you so much for being here. What are you guys reading at the moment? What are your goals for the day or the week as far as your reading is concerned? Let me know. Very intrigued to find out. For me, for this week, obviously today I want to finish New Moon. And then tomorrow I'll be going back to City of a reverse camera, City of Heavenly Fire. I'm currently 500 pages in, and this edition is 639. So I've got 139 pages left of this to go. So my plan is that tomorrow. So by the end of my Saturday, in case you don't know, I'm from Melbourne, Australia. So by the time I get to the end of my Saturday, I'm hoping to have both of these done. And then I'll get on to my next book. Tiffany's here. Hi, Tiffany. Thank you so much for being here. Oh my goodness. I seriously just thought I would give a reading sprint to go and see what happens, and didn't have any expectations. And you guys are here. That is so cool. Hello. So I was saying earlier on in the chat that I didn't know what reading sprints were until I went over to my first reading sprint about a week ago with Killing Time with Cozies, and Tiffany was part of that. And so those guys over there, they're absolutely fantastic. I cannot recommend their reading sprints enough. We just have such a blast over there, don't we? That was the first time I was introduced to it, and now I thought I would do one myself, because there aren't really a lot of reading sprints that are done at this point of the day in the Australian time zone, I guess. So I thought I would give it a go. Oh my gosh, the chats are coming through. I'm getting so excited. You guys should have seen me earlier when I found out how to put your chats on the screen. I was like, oh my God, that's how you do it. So, okay. I'm currently reading Circle. I'm sorry, I have to, my eyesight is horrible, so I have to lean in to see it. I'm currently reading Circle by Madeline Miller. Ooh, how's it going? Are you enjoying it so far? And where are you up to with it? Okay, Tiffany says, I love it. I'm so glad you're doing a sprint. I can't believe I'm doing one. I have been thinking about it for the past couple of days, thinking, should I just give it a go? But then who would even be on when I do it in my own time zone? And here you guys are. That's just so incredible. Thank you so much. I feel so humbled that you guys are here. It's wonderful. Hello, whoever just joined us. Hello. This is just so amazing. So while we're here and while we're chatting, as I said, let me know what you're reading. So while I am reading New Moon, oop, there it is. Reverse camera. This is a lot of fun. I am listening to it on audiobook, so I'm crocheting at the same time. Lots of fun. What do you guys do if you listen to a book on audiobook? Do you have something that you're doing at the same time, like cleaning or whatever? Let me know. And also, while you're at it in the comments, let me know how long. I'm talking way too fast, even for me. How long you would like the next reading sprint to go for. Okay, where are we up to? Oh my gosh. Okay, so Tiffany says, I'm currently reading Gateway with Murder by Diane Kelly. It's a brand new cozy mystery series. Oh, that's so awesome. Yay. So for those of you who don't know, well, Mr. Fancy, I read a ton of different genres and different age ranges. But I did not know about the genre of cozy mysteries. I know, bad Fancy, bad Fancy. But I found out about it earlier this year thanks to the Killing Time with Cozy's Discord and my dear friend Jessica from Lady Loves Dead Reads and Stormy from Storm Reads. And ever since I found out about the genre, I decided to give it a go. So I read book one in the Spellford Cove series. I don't honestly remember what it's called right now, but it's by Samantha Silverman. And I loved that book so much that I'm going to have a goal in 2022 with regards to cozy mysteries to ensure that I read a number of them throughout the year. And Tiffany actually did a video recently, a two-parter, where she had recommendations for great cozy mystery books where there's a great feeling of the town. And if you love the town setting, small town setting like Gilmore Girls or whatever, you might like these books. And I love Gilmore Girls. So go check out Tiffany's channel at The Beach Bum Bookworm. She is just absolutely fantastic. So check her out. Alrighty, where are we? Hi, I Prime. Yes, hello. Clean, crochet, and cook, and etc. Very nice. I love that. I have cleaned and listened to audiobooks at the same time. I do crochet, obviously. We both do. Yay. I don't know if I've cooked at the same time as listening to an audiobook, but that's awesome. And I'm saying hello to Tiffany. Tiffany says, yeah, a cozy mystery goal 2022. Yeah, exactly. It's so good. I'm so excited because when I read that Spellford Cove book, I went in having no idea what to expect because, as I say, I do read a very eclectic mix of genres. So I read contemporaries and sci-fis and thrillers and horrors and classics and fantasies and low fantasies, high fantasies, whatever, all different age ranges. And when I found out about cozy mysteries, all I could think was, how did I not even know there was another genre, even though I think it's a subgenre? But how did I not know there's another genre out there that I'm not reading? So yeah, picked up that Spellford Cove one, gave it a go, thinking, I'll see how I go with it. And I totally get why they call it cozy mysteries because it was such a cozy, comfortable read, and I just loved it. So I can't wait to read more in 2022. It's going to be so good. Okay, iPrime says, wow, I didn't know cozy mysteries was a thing, right? So there you go. Now I can pass it on to you. And they're just so much fun. I mean, Tiffany can definitely explain this a lot better than I can. She's read so many cozy mysteries. I'm so proud of you, Tiffany. But for me, I just kind of explain it as exactly that. It's a mystery book, but it has a rather cozy feel. And unlike, say, your standard adult thriller or not thriller, but adult mystery or whatever, it's not as gory or violent. It's much more of a comfortable and cozy type feel to the book. So we oftentimes will have a murder or something like that. At least my book had a murder, but it wasn't like a graphically detailed murder or anything like that. The focus was more on the coziness and trying to solve who had committed the crime, but I'm sure I'm butchering this right here, right now. I'm sure Tiffany can do a much better job than I am. Okay, I Promote Up says, I used to crochet, but I would like to learn how to knit. So would I. So my mother used to crochet all the time, and so I learned from her. And so that's why I've kind of, carried that on. And it works really well for me when I'm listening to an audiobook, because if I'm listening to an audiobook and not doing anything else, I find it easily that I can be easily distracted. But because I've gotten to the point with crocheting where it's just like second nature to me, it works. It keeps my hands moving while I'm focusing in on the audiobook. So it works quite well. Tiffany says, and the main character is usually an amateur sleuth. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that makes sense, because that's what I had as well with my one. So, yay. All right, should we get on to another sprint, or do you guys want to keep chatting? I'm very easy. As I said, my goal is to finish New Moon today, so I'm good either way. What do you guys think? Should we get on to sprinting? And if so, how long should we do the sprint for? I mean, Tiffany, you're very experienced with the sprints compared to me. Yes, Tiffany says, think of Murder, She Wrote. Yeah, yep. Very, very good. Yeah, I think you guys were saying that last time, that if you love Murder, She Wrote, I don't know if it was in the sprint or in the video, but if you love Murder, She Wrote, then you'll more than likely love Cozy Mysteries, which is awesome. I must confess, I think I've seen one episode of Murder, She Wrote, but, don't get too upset. I'm going to try and watch more of it. Wait, today isn't it nighttime? Oh, I'm actually from Melbourne, Australia. So for me, it is 12:02 in the afternoon. Yeah, so hello. Yeah, so, and that's part of the reason why I wanted to do a reading sprint as well, because I don't usually see reading sprints happening during the Australian time zone. So I thought I would represent the Aussies over here. Not that I usually speak Aussie lingo, but yeah, I'd represent the Australians over here. Tiffany says she's good with either. Thank you, Tiffany. That's good. Well, why don't we compromise and do, I don't know, 15 or 20? Where are we at? 12:02. Why don't we do a 20-minute sprint, and then we can come back and have a bit of a chat in the lead up to past. So I'll put the timer on for 20 minutes. Can you guys actually see this? I hope you can see the timer over here in the background. Just got a notification on my phone. I hope you guys can see the timer here in the background. Oh, no, I'll move that out the way. Now can you see the timer? All right, we will begin. 20-minute sprint is perfect. Excellent. Thank you, Tiffany. Very much appreciated. So I will put on the timer. I will mute the screen. Again, this is my first time, so I'm just, working through everything. I'll mute the screen, and then, yeah, if I need to get up or whatever, I will, but I'll leave the camera on so you guys can keep focus on the time. Thank you. Thank you for saying you can see it. I appreciate it. All right, guys, let's begin. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. How did we do? Okay. Oh, yes. Happy reading. Oh, I love it. That's what I say when I'm typing comments in other ones. Happy reading. How did we do? Oh, my goodness me. I got up to page 422. So, again, talking in code so as not to spoil, we're up to the point in New Moon where they're with the Volturi. So, yeah. Just had a bit of a moment with the Volturi and Edward. That was a bit, but yeah, 422. So yeah, we're getting there slowly but surely. And how did your reading go? At the moment, I'm thinking I'm going to give this a 4 or a 3. I just don't know how many stars to take off for Angsty Bella, so I just got to work that out. But once Bella stopped being so angsty, it was actually okay. So we spoke earlier on with the confusion. I'm sorry about that noise in the background. We spoke earlier on about the confusion with timing and was it nighttime and everything. So whereabouts are you guys from? Let me know in the comments section. So yeah. I was also thinking during that reading sprint, I would love to set up a reading sprint where I have other booktubers with me. So it's not just one person and we can all kind of bounce off each other. I think that might make things a little bit easier. But yeah, we'll see how we go with that. But yeah. In the US, Florida. Wonderful. Yee. Lovely. Very lovely. Because yeah, I'm running out of things to say. Yeah. uh, some people say it's horrible to have silence during these things, and others just are silent anyway when they're waiting for another comment to come through. I usually don't know which one I prefer. But yeah, either way, we'll see how we go. Oh, okay. Oh, we've got some comments coming in now. That kind of took care of that. Okay. Hi, I prime it up. What chapter are you on? Okay, I'll have to go back to find the chapter. Chapter 21, Verdict. The Verdict. Oh, well, no. It just says Verdict in my edition. So I am getting close to chapter 22, Flight. Getting very close to that. Oh, what videos? Yeah, great minds think alike, because I was just going to talk about that actually. So it's really funny. So what videos do you have coming up? So I have my final video in my recommendations series. For those of you who don't know, if you haven't been to my channel before, or if you're new, hello, welcome. I've been doing a books recommendation series where every so often I will pick a genre and I'll recommend books in the video for that genre. And what I like to do with mine is separate them into tier levels with beginning, intermediate, and advanced, so that if you have never read from the genre before, maybe you can start with like a begin at the beginner's level with something that's an easier read for whatever reason, and then intermediates would be you've read a couple of them, you'd like to go a bit further but you don't want something too advanced, and then of course advanced is the advanced section. So I have that one coming up today. So I post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Oh, I feel like I'm doing an outro. I post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I'll see you again soon. Anyway, so there will be a video coming up in about 9.5 hours. So I always post at 10 p.m. My time. And then my next video will be a reading vlog. I didn't do a reading vlog last week because I figured with my monthly wrap happening last week that there wouldn't be a need to do one. And what do I have coming up after that? I just filmed the next two that are coming up after the reading vlog yesterday during a reading sprint, funny enough. I'm trying to remember what they were. Oh, one of them was a book tag. So I'm excited for you guys to see that one. And the other one, I don't want to give away, but it was one of those where Mr. Francie has some emotional reactions. You know, if you saw my monthly wrap and you saw how I reacted to book 5 in this series and how I was, what was I saying? That it was all great until the epilogue when Cassandra Clare did something to my Alec, and no, you don't do that to my Alec. So I took off a star. Yeah, it's one of those reactional type things, and I'm excited for you guys to see it. Oh, you like the levels? Oh, wonderful. Yeah. So I really thought that it might be a good idea to have those levels there so that those who might be intimidated about coming into that genre, like for me, thinking about my experiences when I started reading sci-fi, for example, the first sci-fi book I picked up just so happened to be a middle grade. Now, back in those days, I didn't know middle grade YA adult. I just saw a book as a book, but it just so happened to be a middle grade, and I felt really happy. And looking back on it, I appreciate that I did, because sometimes with adult sci-fi, the terminology can just whoosh go right over the head. So yeah, I think I started with that. Oh, and also with fantasy, those who aren't really used to fantasy, there are you know, easier books to kind of begin your fantasy journey. So yeah, I just thought that that would be a nice way to go about doing it. But thank you, I appreciate it. Okay. We've got the comments coming in. You guys, I mean, see, with me, what you see is what you get. And generally, I'm very happy-go-lucky. But when things happen, I'm going to just react in the moment. So that's why you heard the yee. Okay. Yeah, the levels is a great idea. Thank you. I think people do get very intimidated by the unknown. Smart. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah, so that was my thought. And yeah, I'm happy. So far, the series has gone over relatively well. And yeah, we'll see if I come back with another version of it next year. But I've been enjoying it. But I appreciate the comment. The compliment. Thank you. Okay. How do you usually rate books? What is considered a 3-star for you? Oh, that's a good question. Oh, I'm loving these questions. One day I would love it if I had like 100 questions and I could just start answering them to a Q&A. Because I will say that I started on BookTube, and I'd love to hear from you guys. When did you guys start on BookTube? Let me know. I started on BookTube specifically in the final week of January of 2020. And the reason why I started, and I'm going to answer your question. This will lead into that. The reason why I started was because I used to read all the time. And then in 2018 and 2019, I picked up a total of 3 books and didn't finish any of them. So I wanted to commit myself to get back into reading. And I felt like if I created a BookTube channel, I would be able to hold myself accountable for reading. So I did that. And then once I started my BookTube channel, I obviously learned a lot more as I went along, such as the fact that we have something called an age rating. I did not know that. I mean, I think I could have assumed as such, but I wasn't aware of it. We have so many different genres when it comes to books that I wasn't aware of, like dystopians. I'd never heard of a dystopian genre before. And it is a subgenre to sci-fi, but still, I'd never heard of them and stuff like that. And then, of course, came about the star ratings, and I was trying to work out how do I go about rating everything. And so the easiest way that I can explain it is this: 5 stars, perfect book. Like, it was just fantastic for me. It's a new favorite. If it's part of a series, I got to keep reading, and I got to keep reading it now. 4 stars is I loved the book mostly, but I think there was one or two flaws, or one or two things that I didn't quite like about it. 3 stars is my average rating. I felt that I mean, again, if I'm trying to keep it simple, I felt that there were just as many pros as there were cons to the book. So it's very average for me. It was good. It was my favorite, but it was okay. It wasn't terrible. 2 stars is my reverse to my 4 stars, in that, yeah, there were 1 or 2 good things, but then there were a whole lot of other things I didn't really like about it. So I can go both ways. And then 1 star, which I've only given 1 star this year, interestingly enough. But 1 star is, I don't know how I got through this book. I guess I thought it was just going to get better and better as I went along. And yet, even when I got to the end, I realized, I don't know why I kept going. Okay. So Tiffany says, I started my channel in December of 2020. Oh, nice. Yee. We both started in the same year. That's so cool. I prime it up. Would you like me to say your name, I prime it up, or your channel name? Either way, just let me know so that, yeah, I don't wish to offend. I started my booktube in 2015. My old channel is still up, but I wanted a fresh start, so I created this one. Very nice. I remember you saying that, I think, in your booktube newbie tag. So that's awesome. I think, obviously for me, I haven't made it to the 2-year booktube anniversary yet, but I understand why people who started off on booktube like you did quite some time ago, and you remain on for so many years, would want to take a break. I get that. I've seen that with other booktubers as well, and I may get to that point as well. But what I love so much is seeing them come back and say, I took some time away because that's why I needed, but now I'm ready to come back. So here I am, and that's just amazing. I love it. Yay. So welcome back, and I hope it's going well for you. Okay, whoa, where am I? Okay. Tiffany, oh, I'm going to have to go subscribe. Yee! Exactly. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm just going to jump quickly to iPrime's comment. Monica or iPrime it up is fine. Monica, I love that. There you go. Hi, Monica. I'm finally saying your name. Hi, I'm Mr. Fancy. Nice to meet you. Just subscribe to you. Oh, there you go, Monica. Tiffany just subscribed to you. Oh, wonderful. Oh, Mr. Fancy reads, bringing booktubers together. I mean, maybe not, but in this case I did, so yay. Oh, goodness me. Alrighty, so you know what? I actually want to ask that question that Monica asked. So what do you guys take into consideration when it comes to your own star ratings? Everyone kind of rates differently. Do you rate all of the books you read? Do you not rate them? And what do you do with DNFs? That's another question that I would like to ask. So for me, when I do my monthly wraps, I like to put my stats up on the screen because I just like stats. It's not anything to do with pressure or anything on myself or others. I just like seeing them there, seeing the numbers and appreciating how much I've read. But with DNFs, I don't include them. So anyone who's watching this who does not know, totally fine. DNF stands for did not finish. You pick up a book, you didn't like it, so you put it back down, not intending to pick it back up again. So sometimes in my monthly wraps, I'll include the DNFs at the beginning and say, quick shout out to the books I didn't finish this month, but I don't include them in my stats. So do you guys include them in your stats? Do you rate your DNFs? I was doing a recent video where I was realizing that some people give star ratings to books they DNF. That's not something that I personally do, but I'm open to hearing about everyone's experience. You are bringing people together. Thank you so much, Tiffany. I appreciate it. I mean, I could say the same about you. Yeah, look, while I'm waiting for the answers to come in, my booktube experience has been really interesting. I think, we all kind of start off, I came into booktube following a massive booktuber, and so I think that kind of assisted me a little bit to, for some reason, I'm thinking, get the lay of the land, basically, to kind of see, what generally happens on booktube. But I didn't really come in with any friends, so to say, when I first began. And as time went on, there were moments where it became harder to keep going. And so I'll admit that. But then when we got to this year, I started making some amazing friends right at the point where I thought, I'm seeing a lot of other booktubers making friends. Maybe I'm just not going to. And then it just happened out of nowhere. I mean, just, oh my gosh, when you think it's not going to happen, that's when it happens. And yeah, that's when I met Jessica from Lady Lovestead Reads, who introduced me to the Killing Time with Cozy's team. And everything's just been fabulous ever since. So you guys are just amazing. So much love to you guys. And of course to everyone who comes along to my channel, all of your comments, they just really, oh, I'm getting all the goosebumps. They make my day. So thank you so much for all the support. I've just been so humbled by the support everyone's shown me. So thank you. Anyway, we'll keep going. I think I've gushed enough. Tiffany says, I don't rate DNF. I don't feel like I can give a meaningful or a fair rating if I didn't finish a book. Yeah, I completely agree. And so, yeah, that's why I don't rate them. I do DNF videos, in case anyone's wondering. Seasonally, I will do a seasonal DNF video where I talk about all the books I DNF'd and why I DNF'd them. But yeah, I agree with you. No matter where I got, whether it's something as low as like, I don't know, 5 pages in and I'm just like, yeah, this book just isn't working with me for me. Or if I get to a quarter of the way or halfway or whatever, I haven't read the full book. So yeah, I agree with you. Monica says that she's subscribed back, and thanks to Mr. Franz for bringing us together. Yay! You're very welcome. Wow. Just all the good feelings right now. Oh, seriously. And that's what I love as well. I'll get to that comment in just a moment. But yeah, since this is my book sprint, I guess I can say my piece, which is yeah, I there are so many different types of booktubers out there, and I love the range of diversity that we have, because everyone is so different in their own unique way. And I'm not talking, yeah, like for example, like color differences or anything like that. Not at all. For me, I see humans as humans. I'm saying everyone has different personalities, different tastes, all that kind of stuff. But what I love is when I go to a booktuber and I watch one of their videos and they have such high energy and they're really, really happy. And Tiffany, you know I'm shouting you out here because every time I click on a video of Tiffany's and I get the hi, oh my gosh, it makes me so happy. Seriously. Because there are a lot of booktubers out there who I feel just talk rather I don't want to say monotone, but that's what it feels like. Like, hey guys, today I'm talking about this, which is fine. It's good to get the information, but I love like the positive energy that comes through when I watch videos. So yeah, big shout out for that. And Monica, I love your videos as well. They're a lot of fun also. So there you go. I rarely rate my books unless it's for a booktube video. Yeah, fair enough. So are you saying that there are books that you read that you don't include in booktube videos? And that's awesome if you do. Okay, how do you have time to film and edit? Sorry, I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss any comments there. How do you have time to film and edit? That's a very good question. I schedule. And it's funny because I was at the Killing Time with Cozy Sprint yesterday, and all the ladies over there were making the point about me going, yeah, Mr. Francie, he schedules everything. And yes, I do. I need to, because otherwise it just wouldn't work for me. So practically a month in advance, oh, well, yeah, a month in advance, I schedule out my videos anyway. I schedule out the days I'm going to film them. I film in blocks. So I will take a day where I will film more than one video. And then during the week, I will schedule days when I'm going to edit, because editing can be extremely stressful. I did a video on this, I think it was last year or early this year, something like that. Anyway, talking about how stressful editing can be. And so for me, I tried to separate it out throughout the course of the week. I'm seeing all these coffee cups, I think. So I'll get to that in a second. So I schedule it out during the week and try and map it out nicely. So I post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So generally speaking, I might edit every, say, Tuesday or Thursday or whatever. And yeah, that's kind of how that works for me. But definitely scheduling. I have a makeshift calendar in Microsoft Word on my computer. And I also have a written out schedule for me that I have on a piece of paper, because I like scratching them off when I'm done for the day. So yeah, if I didn't have that, I think I'd be in a world of trouble with just keeping up with everything. So that's what works for me. But thank you for the question. Okay. Tiffany says, I rate my books in cups of, is that coffee or tea? Either way, I love them both. So yay. And I love that you rate them in cups. That's awesome. It's so different. And I love that because feel like the standard on BookTube is we give a star rating. So I love that you have a cup rating or a coffee rating or whatever it is. I mean, it's a cup that's filled with something. I'd love to know what. Most series. So most cozies are series, yeah. So I think about that in my rating. 3 cups is good. We'll continue the series. 4 cups I really enjoyed. And 5 cups, give me the next book now. Oh, coffee, yeah. Give me the next book now. Yes, exactly right. And that's what the deal was with me with my 5-star rating of Twilight. I hadn't read Twilight in over 10 years. Definitely hadn't read it since starting the BookTube channel. And so I gave it a go just to see how I would feel about it. And I needed to read New Moon right away. If you've seen my monthly wrap, you saw me say it. I needed New Moon and I needed it now. And so that's why it definitely deserved a 5-star from me. But coffee equals cozy to me. I love that. I have my coffee. Oh my goodness. Coffee makes such a big difference. It really, really does. I feel like I live on coffee. That's why I love with Jessica from Lady Lovestead Reads, how her outro is something like, read good books, drink good coffee, whatever it is. Like, oh, I love that. So true. Okay. I feel like we've been chatting for a nice amount of time. So should we go? Oh, sorry, I didn't even put your comment on the screen. We're doing very well, Mr. Francie. Should we jump into another sprint? And if so, how long should we go for? What do you guys think? Should we do another 20 or should we bump it up and maybe make it half an hour or something, or even bump it down? I'll let you guys recommend for me. I feel very, I don't know. It's my first reading sprint, guys. Oh my God. Okay, thank you. You're welcome. I don't realize, I don't know what you're thinking for yet, but you're very welcome regardless. I actively work on living a happy, for the positivity that just shines through your videos. Oh, yes, absolutely. This is how I'm going to read the rest of your comment in a minute, but like, again, with this being my sprint, I get to have my say. I don't know why I had to clarify that, but anyway, I know that if I'm having a bad day, and it's not just when I am, but when I am having a bad day, that if I just click on one of Tiffany's videos and get the hi, oh my gosh, it just makes me so happy. I just love the positive energy. Please keep it up. I love it. I actually work on living a happy, positive, gratitude-filled life. Right back at you, same here. So I really appreciate the nice words. Thank you again. You are so welcome, and thank you, because it the positivity just it shines through, and it's just really, really beautiful, and it has such a positive impact on me when I'm watching them as a viewer. So thank you. Thank you so much. Oh goodness. Okay, should we go into another sprint, everyone? How long should we sprint for? I don't know. What time is it? 48, 47, 48 past. I don't know. Whoever gets in first with how long they want to go for, that's what we'll do. I'll leave it to you guys. Whoever jumps in first. This has just been so much fun for me. Oh, gosh, seriously. Am I allowed to say this has been a blessing? If I am, it has been. It's been a real blessing for me, so thank you. And if I'm not, then just ignore that. Oh, goodness me. 20 minutes sounds good. Wonderful. Then we will do that. And I think 20 was good, but I'm easy peasy. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, yeah. I haven't been putting the comments on the screen. I mean, we are doing very well, Mr. Fancy. I think 20 minutes is good, but I'm easy peasy. Excellent. And Sounds 20 minutes sounds good. Wonderful. Then that's what we'll do. My throat's getting a little dry, so perfect timing. I'll start the timer and we'll return in 20 minutes. Happy reading! Okay, welcome back, everyone. Hello. How was that sprint for you guys? Let me know. All right, let's take a look at the comments, the lovely comments that are pouring in. You guys have made my first reading sprint so much fun. Thank you very, very much. I may do one more if you guys would like me to do one more, so let me know. One more sprint for today. Let me know. Okay, books and bops. Oh, hello. Thank you so much for when you were here. Hi, hi. I'm going to sleep because it's the US, but just wanted to say hello and happy reading. Oh, thank you so much. That means the world to me, and I do understand different time zones. I totally get it. But I appreciate the support. Thank you so much for coming in and saying hi, for dropping by and saying hi. Thank you. Okay. Tiffany says, heading to bed, your first sprint was awesome, and you are always welcome to join one of our sprints on Wednesday or Saturday. Oh, thank you. Oh, and to join it, oh, that would be fantastic. Yeah, we should discuss that. But yeah, completely understand you've probably already gone to bed. If you haven't, then good night and sweet dreams. And if you have, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. And that sounds great. Let's discuss that when we're both awake. Bye. Okay, Monica says, great, I got to finish my chapter. Yay! Oh, that's wonderful. I got up to, I should have said this, page 435. So we've just left the Volturi. For those of you who have just joined in, or tuned in, this reverse camera is something to get used to. I'm reading New Moon, but I'm not giving away spoilers. I'm just giving hints to those who have read it. Yes, we've just left the Volturi section, and things are a bit interesting. I'm loving the conclusion of this book. Am I, for the second month in a row, going to take a book off of my now December TBR and replace it with Eclipse? Only time will tell, but so far, this reread has been a success for me. First, if you've just tuned in, this is my first reread of the Twilight series for the first time in over 10 years, in over a decade. So it's been amazing. Monica says, night, I'm going to bed. Looking forward to the new videos. Thank you so very much. And thank you very much for being here. I very much appreciate it. Sorry, guys, just had a notification come through. I seriously need to reread New Moon. Oh, yay. If you do reread New Moon and then you want to buddy read Eclipse, do let me know. Is anyone, looks like we have some others in the room at the moment. If you are here, feel free to say hi. I'll definitely give you a shout out and let me know what you're currently reading. It is great to be here. What I might do, I might go for one more sprint because we still have people here, and my goal was to finish this book by the end of the day, and I don't think that will happen. I'm at page 434 out of 496, so that's like 60, just under, about 58 pages left. So I might do one more sprint with you guys for about 20 minutes, and then I'll probably call it a day for this one. But if you guys would like to see me do more reading sprints, just let me know, and I'll try and do more throughout the week, because I do realize that there aren't a lot of reading sprints that are done at this time, because there aren't a lot of Australians that do reading sprints. So yeah, just let me know and we'll see how we go. But for my first reading sprint, this has been a lot of fun, or the first one I'm hosting, this has been a lot of fun for me, so thank you. We have another comment that's come in. Oh, and it's Jaden. Hi, Jaden. Oh, I love your surname, by the way. Very nice. I just reread the Twilight series this year for the first time in a long time. Oh, yay, like me. I actually enjoyed it more now than I did when I was younger. Oh my gosh, I have to say I agree. So and hello, if we've got other people joining in, hello, let me know what you're reading. Welcome, great to have you here. I have to say, I went into the reread reading the Twilight series for the first time since starting my BookTube channel. And I wanted to read it to be able to critique it and do a critiquing review of it. But I started reading Twilight, and it just washed over me, and my critiquing brain just switched off because it was so good that I just allowed it to wash over me. And then I replaced a book that I already had on my November TBR for New Moon. Sorry, reversing camera, for New Moon, because I had to keep going. So I totally get it. But did you get all the way through the series? Like, did you read Midnight Sun, or did you get up to or including Breaking Dawn? Let me know. I haven't read Midnight Sun yet, but I am considering reading it this time because I think enough time has passed and it might be interesting to see it from Edward's perspective. But thank you for being here. Very much appreciated. Tina's here. Hi, Tina. Thank you for being here. How long do you think you will be live? So we're going to do another 20-minute sprint. And then, unfortunately, I am going to have to go today, which is really sad because I do have things that I actually need to do that appointments, basically, that are set at a certain time. Otherwise, I would have stayed a lot longer for you guys. But I will say that I do want to do more of these reading sprints because I have noticed that there aren't a lot of reading sprints done in this time zone. So I'm happy to be here representing Australia. And if for anyone that this time zone works for, and if you guys want to see more reading sprints, let me know and I'll see how regularly I can do them. I know that some channels might do them once a week, but I might do them more often. I might do twice or 3 times a week. So yeah, you guys just let me know. But we're going to definitely do one more reading sprint before we come back and wrap things up. Jaden says, I just read the original 4 books. Have not read Midnight Sun yet, though. I do plan on getting to it sometime, though. Oh, excellent. Wonderful. Yeah, so I obviously hadn't read Midnight Sun because my last read was 10 years ago. And when I first found out that Midnight Sun was coming out, I had a really interesting reaction because I didn't know if it was something that I would appreciate because I'm not someone who necessarily likes to read the same book again just from a different perspective. But I think one thing I'm appreciating a lot more reading it 10 years later is the world building. I hope this isn't too much of a spoiler to say, but it's a fantasy book, so I think I can say that vampires and werewolves are included, and the world building surrounding the vampires and the werewolves is so fantastic. And I've come to appreciate that a lot more now than I did 10 years ago. So I'm finding that really intriguing. But there you go. Wonderful. How did you go with them? Do you rate your books? And if so, what did you give them? Let me know. I gave Twilight 5 stars. I'm thinking it'll probably be a solid 4 stars for New Moon, just because, for those of you who don't know, New Moon opens up with our protagonist, Bella, being rather angsty, and I'm not a fan of angsty characters, so that turned me off for a little bit. But we get to a certain point where, again, I can try and keep this spoiler free. Our protagonist, Bella, finds out a secret that one of her friends, Jacob, has been keeping. And once she finds out what the secret is, things get really interesting from there and she's no longer angsty. So I really have enjoyed it from then on. So that's why I will probably ultimately give it 4 stars if things keep going the way that they are. All right. I think what we'll do is we'll jump into the final 20-minute sprint, guys. And as I say, if you guys would like to see more of these, then do just let me know. And while we're doing this sprint, I would love to know where you guys are tuning in from, what country or whatever, let me know. And if you're from Australia, what state are you from? I'm from Melbourne, well, state of Victoria, city of Melbourne. And what's the favorite book, your favorite book you've read so far this year? But let's do this one more 20-minute sprint and then we'll come back and have a chat. Happy reading! Oh, that went a bit loud at the end there. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I hope you had a good reading sprint. Where did you guys get up to, and how are you feeling about what you're reading? I am there, so close to the end, 454. Yes, 454 pages in out of 496. So I didn't finish the book today, but I'm so close. And again, to keep it as spoiler free as I possibly can, we are back at Bella's house, and Bella and Edward are having a conversation that nearly had me having a TET moment, a teary eyed tissue moment. But I'm on camera, so I'm trying not to cry. But there were emotions, and it was just, oh, it was really beautiful. Anyway, let's get over to the comments. Okay. Jaden says, I gave the first 3 books 3.5 stars. Okay, yep, that's fair. And Breaking Dawn 4 stars. The last book was my favorite. That might be a controversial opinion. I mean, that's totally fine. I love when readers are not afraid to rate however they want to rate, as opposed to rating what they think everyone else wants them to rate something as. So I think that's great. As I said, 10 years ago, I read all 4. I can turn this off, actually. It's distracting me. I read all 4 books, and I liked all of them. I think New Moon was probably my least favorite. But yeah, don't know what I would rate them. But yeah, I had to give Twilight 5 stars, because by the time I got to the end, I needed to read more. That's how good it was. So that's why it was 5 stars for me. But yeah, with New Moon, I don't know. I think I might end up rating New Moon higher than a lot of people do, but yeah, we'll see how we go. I have seen the first film. I think I've seen the second film, and the adaptations of books 3 and 4, which I think is split into 3 films, 1 for 3 and 2 films for book 4, I have not seen, but I checked out a YouTube clip because I wanted to see. I'm trying to think of a spoiler-free way to say it. I wanted to see Renee's May. I just wanted to see Renee's May. Oh, and I wanted to see the big moment that happens when Bella's life changes. Let's put it that way. So I want to see those moments. But yeah, there you go. Oh, hi, Jane. Jane says, hello, I'm back early. I'm so sorry. This was our last sprint, and it's only because I literally have an appointment that I have to get to. Otherwise, I would have kept going. I really need to read Twilight for the first time. I missed it the first time round. Oh, yes, you definitely should. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to get to Eclipse in December or not. I have some holiday reads that I want to get to, and some other books as well. So I might hold off, and then if some of you guys want to buddy read Eclipse with me, then let me know. I have a Discord server, so we can all buddy read together if we want. Jaden said that CGI baby was not good. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, as I said, from the little I saw, a little YouTube clip that I saw, yeah, I agree. All right. Yeah, so how did you guys go with the sprint? Did you get any further into whatever it was you were reading? Let me know. I'm going to slowly wrap things up. So coming up on my channel, this is my first reading sprint, but people usually close with what's coming up. So coming up on my channel, I'm going to be closing out my books recommendation series. For those of you who are new, hello and welcome. For those of you who have been here for a while, welcome back. I have been doing a books recommendation series over the course of this year, where I take a genre and I have 3 tier levels: beginners, intermediates, and advanced, to assist readers to read more books in certain genres. I am a very eclectic reader. I love all different genres, and I love all different I just hit something. I love all different genres, and I love all different age ratings. So that's been a lot of fun. And I'm covering my last books recommendations genre. And if you're Australian, that will go up tonight at 10 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. So I post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 p.m. with a reading vlog coming out on Sunday at 10 p.m. What else is coming out? I have a book tag coming out that I'm excited for you guys to see, and a reactions type video, which I don't do a lot of those, but yeah, my subscribers love when I react to things. So, I mean, I decided, okay, I'll give it a go. And boy, did I have some reactions. It'll all make sense when that video does come out. But I think in the meantime, that is where we will leave things. If you are a booktuber, please do leave the link to your description in the comments section. I'm more than happy for you guys to advertise, and I would love to see your videos as well. So I think that would be a lot of fun. But in the meantime, thank you so much for making my first reading sprint such an amazing experience. I came on here having no idea what was going to happen, and you guys just made this a lot of fun. We do have another comment, so I will read it before I go. Jane says, December for me will be Australian YA romance. Ooh, very nice. And I always do romance in December as well as Christmas books. Oh, very nice. Yeah. I am definitely a holiday reader, definitely not a seasonal one, but definitely a holiday one. And I love reading Christmas books. So I think I've done, no, I was going to say, I think I've done my December TBR. That would be way too early. I've done my November one. But yeah, you can hold out for my December TBR, although in the book tag that I have coming up, which will be out on Monday at 10 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, I do mention one of the Christmas reads that I'm going to do in December, so you can look out for that. But yeah, that sounds like fun. Yay, maybe if we're reading the same books, Jane, maybe we can buddy read, who knows? Sorry, why did I say Jack? I don't know. Jaden says, this was my first time visiting your channel. Hello and welcome, and thank you so much for being here. It's been so much fun having you here. I had a lot of fun and I enjoyed this a lot. Oh, yay, thank you. Oh, I'll comment in a moment. I will definitely be back and watching more videos of yours. Oh, you got a new subscriber. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. You guys, look, I was saying this earlier, and Jaden, thank you. That really does mean the world to me. I was saying this earlier. I love BookTube. I didn't know at the beginning of January 2020, I didn't even know BookTube existed, and then I came across a very, very popular BookTube towards the end of January 2020, and decided to create my own channel. Reason being because I used to read a lot, and then during the course of sorry, we've got noises going on out there, so I hope you're not being distracted by them. During the course of 2018 and 2019, I picked up a total of 3 books and didn't finish any of them. So I decided to create my channel in order to hold myself accountable. I'd heard a lot of booktubers talking about making friends on BookTube, and this wasn't really happening for me. I had found booktubers that I loved to watch that I subscribed to, but as far as making friends, it didn't really happen. But then this year, since about halfway through this year, I've just started making all of these friends on BookTube, and we have this wonderful family, not only here at Mr. Fancy Reads, but with all the other Discords and channels that I follow. I definitely must give a shout out to the Killing Time with Cozy's Discord and that YouTube channel as well, because those ladies are just wonderful, and you guys have just been so amazing. The deal with me is what you see is what you get, especially in a live. I'm going to have moments where I react to things, most of the time in a positive way, because I like to be very positive. But yeah, if you've been here from the beginning, you would have seen moments where I've been like, ooh, this is how you work the chat. Ooh, look, it went dark there. I created the dark theme for the countdown timer and whatever. My point is, I know I'm rambling. My point is that I love that BookTube is so diverse in that we have so many different personalities. But what I really love when it comes to booktubers is booktubers who shine so brightly. They have such a positive attitude and demeanor and positive energy that they radiate when they do their videos. So that's definitely what you'll get from me. And I love when I see that from others. So I'm happy to have everyone come along. We are a very big, well, we're not a big channel, but we are a big in love, happy family over here. And just thank you so much to everyone for all of your beautiful support and your wonderful comments and your likes and everything. It's seriously, it has blown me away because for the first half of even this year, I didn't know if my channel would go anywhere at all. And then suddenly I started getting comments on my videos and likes and subscribers. And you guys, it's just been such a humbling experience for me. So I'm getting all the goosebumps, seriously. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. You guys are amazing and you've definitely changed my life for the better. So I really appreciate it. And Jaden, welcome to the Mr. Fancy Reads family. And Jane says, love it. Oh, mwah. Thank you so much, Jane. All right, guys, I'm so sorry I have an appointment. If I didn't, I would stay here for hours and just stay here talking with you guys because this has just been so much fun and you guys are just so awesome, so thank you. But in the meantime, I'm going to let you guys go with peace, blessings, and so much love. I post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, and I'll see you again soon. Please be kind and love one another. And of course, happy reading!